Welcome, everyone. You are listening to and perhaps watching the exhausted version of Calling the Audible. We are less and less people each week, and I'm more and more tired. How's it going, Simo?
It's going good. It's going good. Struggling over here. No coffees. Thanks, Eagle. Also,
You're supposed to produce coffees. Also, can you produce my water?
Yes.
I'm losing my mind.
you're also the next one to fall off the bandwagon and not be here.
Yeah, I'm not here next week.
It's in
That's
2
not
weeks.
how you fall off wagons.
I feel like you don't know what wagons are.
I did it on purpose. Isn't it 2 weeks?
Double checking. It's in 2 weeks. I'm not here. Correct.
Because today is the 21st.
Yeah. I'm not gonna wait 2 weeks to hit a golf ball.
Sucks to be you. Sucks to be us because then we're also not hitting golf balls in 2 weeks. Unless
I'm so fed up in winter, dude.
I'm done.
The first ball I hit, I'm gonna hit so goddamn hard.
Today, man, I was like, oh, so it hasn't snowed in like, a few days. The city should be plowed. I got here. Oh, no parking. Thank you, city.
Want to play virtual golf before I go?
Of course.
Sounds fun.
Why would
I
I
play with my dad. It's pretty fun, actually.
Why would I not want to?
Are you considered an athlete if you're playing virtual golf?
Yes.
Well, apparently, if you play video games, you're an athlete now. So.
Also
You're
true.
a pro player, not an athlete. It's different.
I mean, Pro Player Stadium was where the Dolphins used to play. They're athletes. Pro Player athlete. Same thing.
So what's better?
The chicken or the egg? I like eggs.
Because don't you have chicken every day now?
So, yeah, that's probably why I like eggs.
it.
You ever do the Gordon Ramsay style scrambled eggs with the creme fraiche?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
I
good.
did. Yeah. But it's also so much work for such a little improvement.
Do you ever
It's
think?
so
Do
good.
you ever think what we do with breaded chickens? Where
Why?
we take
Bread and chickens?
like breaded
Oh,
chicken.
that makes more sense.
So
Dumb chicken
like, that's a
and their
strange
unborn
combination.
babies.
yeah, you're taking a chicken breast, dumping it in an embryo of their own babies, and then frying them both together in a delicious marinade of unborn child. Relax, guys. I'm not saying I necessarily think it's a life or not a life. It's not a political argument. Relax, Mike Roy.
So, Div 4.
Div 4. How's it going, guys? You need to do that, by the way. Like, whenever I go off the rails and start talking either something even remotely close to politics.
You mean produce the
Yeah.
show?
Yes, do your job. Okay.
Where's my coffee?
Thanks, Bill.
I'm so tired. Where's my coffee?
Also,
What'd you watch in Div 4?
well, so I have to sort of restrain myself because I did write most of my article already.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been late every single week, so at some point I'm gonna have to do it right. Sorry
Your
about that last week.
mid-season report was at the end of the season. I thought it was going to come in the playoffs.
I should have waited.
Playoff report.
I wanted to. Okay, so what happened was I wanted to get it out for Friday night, and then I started. So I've been doing mid-season reports for a very long time. So have you. I know it's.
Created it.
I know it's long. No, it's not. I know it's long, but for the past few seasons, I've been doing Div 1 and 2, where there's like 16 teams. So it's like it's gonna take me like an extra hour or so.
No, they're long.
So what happened was on Friday night, I sat down, started writing my article, and most of it was already done. So it's like I just have to finish my article, do the mid-season report, which is like just a portion of mid-season report. The rest of the article was done. It's gonna take me, and I have like 3 hours before my friends show up. So I started cracking beers. I'm telling you, I was not even half done. He showed up. I'm like, I'm so fucked. I have no time tomorrow. I might have sometime Sunday after my game at 9.
Yeah.
So Monday morning was.
What do you say to your viewers or readers or fans, if you have any?
Well, so the feedback has been good though. Guys were like, it's late, but it was a good article. So I'll take it.
I don't have a choice. I'm stuck with you for a season, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
What'd you catch in Div 4?
A few games that really caught my eye. Lonzo Ballers are back at top. Whatever. Les Verges Folles put a massive beat down on Check Out My TDs. 38-14. Like,
That's what they get for stealing our name.
yeah. So Les Verges Folles is a good team.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider them the best team in the division. Check Out My TDs have sort of been on the fence for me. You liked them earlier in the season. You said these guys should be really good. I said I don't know yet. They've had some good games. They've had
I
some
like
bad.
I like the style. I find them fun. I find them exciting.
Yes, but that doesn't mean they're good or not. And to me, at this point, I think that they're going to be one of those teams that they're going to finish on the outside, looking in, and be like, "Wow, they should have been in the playoffs. Didn't make enough plays."
Correct. I said this was the kind of game that really went their way.
They really did not go their way.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry, I was referring to the Vergefall, and I was just trying to transition. SWAT being down on Believe the Hype.
Yeah,
I think we are no longer believing the hype.
Believe the Hype is a bunch of guys from FL Junior
Mm-hmm.
that moved up. First of all, the 4 is a bit of a reach.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a 6 for a reason. If you guys don't feel like playing Division 6, 5, you don't have to go to 4.
I love that, like for some teams, like Division 6 is like, oh, I would never play Division 6. But like,
But why?
you're getting cracked in Division 4. And like,
This is not fun. Don't tell me you're having fun
Yeah.
losing 51-19.
and Division 6 is better than it's been
Yes.
ever. So
Yeah.
like now is the time
Yeah.
where there's no shame
No.
in playing Division
But
6.
By any chance, were any of the SWAT players, any of their coaches in junior?
I don't think
There's
so.
a possibility, though, right?
A little bit, but most of these.
Let's ask our producer.
Yeah. Produce the information. Gino mostly coaches
me.
the younger division. Didn't really coach what's now called Bantam. I don't know what Rob switched the names for.
Because
Confused.
it's using usual
I know,
terminology
but
for
whatever. So
every
we can take over
other
GMA.
children's sports division
But anyways,
names.
So we can take over GMA. Is why.
Anyways, he
Just saying.
he didn't coach the older guys, so I don't think it's
The
the case.
mosquito. Is that it?
Whatever it is now. Les Blues Branleurs beat Mean Machine.
Mm-hmm.
This is the sort of game they would have lost last season. This is the sort of game last year.
It's Adam, by the way.
Les Blues Branleurs last year would have lost this game.
Yes.
They would have allowed 40 points and they would have scored 12.
But again, now their defense is ridiculous.
And their offense too.
Yeah.
Like it's not just, to me, Les Blues Branleurs always had a good defense. They were
Mhm.
used to win games 13-12. But now they don't. They actually put up 30 points a week.
Yeah.
They're an actual contender in this division. And I'm really happy for them, but we talked about them last week. So
I feel like we never think teams will get better, and then when we're
they're always
surprised
gonna
when
be
they
the
do.
same.
I disagree with that. I think that there's been so many seasons in a row that we're like, oh, this is the year they're going to be better. Oh, this is the year they're going to be better. And it's consistently never happened. And it kind of gets to the point where you just kind of expect it. Like, it's kind of like the Browns, right? Every year you want them to be good, but then they just fail.
Except
And
this
so, yeah, except this year. So, Les Bleus Branleurs are the Browns.
But also, the Browns didn't make the playoffs. Let's relax.
year.
They
Also-
weren't great.
They came very close. How many games did they lose by 1 point? They win that game, they're in the playoffs. Think about
Also,
it.
if you have an actual coach for 8 weeks, they probably would have made the playoffs.
Fair.
The infantry beat the sheriff. To me, that was the game of the week. Number 1 against number 2. The infantry, because of their week 1 forfeit in their favor, I sort of took their first 2 games by granted.
Mhm.
They didn't play top band competition. Whatever happens. But the infantry is a nasty team, man.
Yeah.
It's a very good team.
Do you think they just shot the sheriff or maybe pistol whipped him?
And
Bro.
did you think the deputy was in danger at any point?
The what?
The deputy.
Hip fight. I'd say that we're moving on because I'm not answering. any
Tired
questions.
eagle and tired peas. Our best eagle, best peas.
So I've had my fair share of doubts about the infantry because of the recent success and stuff like that. But then they beat Montreal Originals
Mhm.
last week. So I was like, all right, the infantry's for real. They moved up to number 1 seed, and they
Mhm.
said, so if the sheriff wants to be considered a top contender this season, they need to beat the infantry now.
Yeah.
Lose by 2 scores.
I think the sheriff are still they're one of those teams that are matchup dependent in the playoffs.
I think they're good. I just think the infantry is that much better.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They can beat a team who they're at par with. They can will themselves above teams that have the same level of
They're gonna-
talent,
Edge.
but they're not as complete as the infantry, right?
Yeah, the infantry is honestly it's dirty. It's a very I took them for granted earlier, but it's such a good team this season.
Yeah.
And they're gonna roll through the rest of the season. They're gonna finish 10-0. They're gonna come into the playoffs and they're gonna win games by 3 scores until they face somebody who could stop them.
You and I were both there for the BD Bandits Don't Mess with Texas, but I was not there for the end of this game, so I don't know the final score, but I saw BD Bandits just putting on a clinic.
BD Bandits offense was playing really well. Mark Belvedere was playing really well
The
offensively.
score is also not uploaded.
I know.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's what he was saying. Thanks for interrupting for no reason.
No, because I thought he left because you didn't see the results
Because
of
I
the
had
game,
to then go coach up Lionhearts, right?
but also because the score is not uploaded.
Yeah, it's not helping me. That's my point.
Also, how is this related to any of us? It's not our fault.
I blame
Blame
Mo.
Mo Khan. The guy who's not here.
Actually,
but
he is
Stefano had-
here in spirit and in
We'll hear
voice.
from him shortly.
But
Stefano Berardi uploaded the. He synced the iPads though.
Mo
Yeah.
Khan. Well, is Steph syncs his
Oh, they
own iPad.
separated? I thought they. Okay, I thought it was one per night. One guy
No,
per
no.
night.
Steph has his own. Mo has his own.
Right. Way to be team players, guys.
Yeah, they're not. So yeah, BD Bandits played really well. On offense and defense, Mark Belvedere as a rusher really
Yeah.
brought it down.
He brought it somewhere.
There you go.
He brought it somewhere and left it there.
Yeah.
Like what he did as a rusher was he took a cat and brought it to Indiana and just left it there. That's what he did. That was his
He
impact.
brought it.
He brought the cat to Indiana. That's the new expression, by the way. If BD Bandits go to the finals, I'm going to use that in the play-by-play.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna bring a cat.
Oh, no, only to Indiana.
You should. You're just gonna hear the cat. Meow, the entire podcast. What? Stop.
Shut up! Nobody asked you, cat.
Les Montagnards lose to Mad Bears.
Mhm.
Les Montagnards finally made the switch to Julien Fissessé as a quarterback.
Yeah.
They used Marc-Antoine Mav a little bit. Yeah, he was that replacement in the playoffs when Julien got hurt last season, and he played really well. Like he had like a 6-touchdown no pick game, and everybody's like, "All right, this guy can play quarterback too, like just like his brother." And then this season, we realized that no,
Yeah.
like it was a flat out. You can't go 10 weeks with this, so they switched it up, but it's too little, too late.
Correct.
Mad Bears is a good team. When Sébastien Thibault is, well, he's back healthy now after a gruesome injury last winter. He's back healthy, and he's running for 100 yards on defenses. It's ridiculous. Like, and he's playing rusher too.
He doesn't get tired.
He doesn't know what tired is. He plays rusher, gets 3 sacks, 2 PDs, a tackle, plays quarterback, throws for 100 yards, runs for another 100.
He was so like, you know the thing where they say like running quarterbacks can't work in FBF, blah, 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 blah. To me, Sébastien Thibault, I can't wait for him to win a championship because to me, he's the guy who's going to do it.
He's so fast, man.
But he also has a rocket. Like, he does everything well, you know?
Yeah.
And
He's a good quarterback. He can play pocket if he wants to because he reads the field well and he calls plays that helps him.
and when he decides to take off, there's not a rusher that can contain it.
No.
Like the second level guy has to make
And
the tackle.
also, as a rusher, he's dirty.
Yeah.
He's one of the best rushers I've faced in the last 9 years of FBF I've played. I faced a lot of rushers, and he's one of the best, like top 3. He's really, really good. Small Giants finally win a game. Finally beat Glow Gang. I'll talk about it a little bit more in my article. Glow Gang. So to me, there's these 2 teams that moved up from Division 6: Air Force One and Glow Gang.
Mm-hmm.
You know them because you did Division 6 guru in some way. Now you're not paying attention.
I
so
am. I am the Division guru.
Yes. Well
What
done.
else do you want?
Well done. So
I can do multiple things at once.
No,
I'm
you can't.
working on the show.
Stop. Not today. Stop. Air Force One and Glow Gang moved up from Division 6. Both of them, I expected Air Force One to be the more successful team out of the 2 because their offense was so potent back in Division 6.
So, I think Simon Blaise' arm
Mm-hmm.
is not where he needs it to be, as opposed to Glow Gang's offense can score from anywhere in the field.
Yes. But because of the strength of the division and moving up and stuff like that, I expected the pocket passer that grinds the field to be more successful than the guy that just takes off and makes big plays. Because you're going to face tougher defenses that are going to take the big plays away, and then you're stuck trying to grind the field, which we haven't done in the past. Glow Gang messed around for a few weeks. Threw away a
They
few
always
games.
do, though.
Yeah, that's what. Now they're going to have to grind games and win games to make the playoffs. This is a big loss for them. This is a good game. Glow Gang is a strong Division 4B team that a lot of teams are going to have a trouble playing against in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Problem is, if they keep losing games like these, 33-31, where they try and don't win, they won't make playoffs.
Anything else from 4A specifically? Because we've done a lot of 4B.
From 4B? From
No,
4A?
4A.
Yeah.
Because we've done a lot of 4B.
Yeah, I was pretty much done with 4B.
I was transitioning you.
So is there anything in 4A?
Here's the question. I love how he's never ready for the next thing.
I mean, this is the one time I'm not going to blame him, considering we're doing this.
Also, hashtag where's my script?
Yeah. This is more cowboy than Red Dead Redemption.
The Stoics beat Puppy Puxy. I'm not really surprised. To me, it's a bit of a...
Well, so I spoke to Chris Rivet before the game,
Mhm.
and he was telling me he doesn't like playing them because they're very physical, chirpy, whatever. He was worried that might get into his head, but he handled the game well.
Okay, so there's two games I want to talk about. Well, three. Yeah, 3 games I want to talk about.
So can we talk
Let's
about what we started
Okay.
talking about?
So the first one
You need
is
to give me a table of contents first.
Fun Boys, Baby Kangaroos.
So we can't talk about that one. All right, next. All right. Fun Boys, Baby Kangaroos. Go ahead.
That one.
No, go ahead.
So
'Cause I thought we were talking
Fun
about the
Boys
Stokes
win
game.
24-20.
yes, Fun Boys win 24-20.
Disaster.
So a few weeks ago, you talked about Baby Kangaroos, and
Yes.
you said this is a proven offense that works.
Yes.
They're good. It's a
Yes.
good team. And I said I don't think so. They'd only beat up 2 bad teams.
Mhm.
They've lost most of their close games.
There
Most
was-
of the teams.
But at the end of this game,
Mhm.
there was a Eric Marino rolled out
Mhm.
on that side. They had it well covered. Threw the ball out of the back of the end zone.
Mhm.
Flag comes in, intentional grounding.
Okay. Okay.
He wasn't under duress. He wasn't trying to avoid a sack. He threw the ball away. To me, I get it, but like, would you rather he forces a throw into coverage? Like, what's he supposed to do?
No. Okay.
So I'm
Or
surprised.
run.
I know it was red zone.
Incomplete pass if you run.
I guess.
So
But-
just walk forward.
But well, okay, how many times does a ball thrown safely out of the back of the end zone get called for?
no, I
intentional
agree
grounding?
100%.
I've never seen that call.
No. I agree 100%. I've seen people throw it in the stands at Brossard, and
Yeah.
but it happened. So what happened next?
So what happened next is they lost the down, and now they had 1 down and 5 more yards to go.
One plays from.
It doesn't burn the play, though. It just burns the down.
No,
It
it burns.
burns-
It
it burns
burns
play.
and you lose 10 yards.
5 yards.
10. It's 10 from the spot and you lose the down.
That's way too much.
Yes, it's
Okay.
very brutal. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you do lose down.
yeah. It's
Down-
lost it down.
But you don't
That's
lose a play. You
Yeah.
lose a down.
No, you lose a play. It's the
lose a-
same
No,
thing.
if there's 5 plays
You
left.
do.
Yes.
You lose both.
You lose the down, which results in the loss of play.
Because if a down happened, a play happened.
Yes.
So it's not 4 plays, it's 3 plays?
Yes.
That's insane.
No.
Yes.
There's no. You don't lose 2 plays. If there's 5 plays left,
Yeah, no,
it's
no.
4 plays.
Yes, you're saying you're both saying you do the thing where you say no but agree. So
No. He said
No,
there's 5
listen,
plays.
There's
so it's
5
not
plays,
4.
you take an intentional grounding call.
There's
so
4
now
plays
there's
left.
4 plays.
There's 4 plays. Okay, yeah.
and
said-
you lose it down.
No, because he said 3 and you said yes. I was like, no.
I was like, no, that's insane.
You don't lose 2 plays. So imagine automatic punt.
Incomplete. You also lost the play. Wait, what?
Incomplete, and you no longer have a team.
So it's third down, turnover on downs. Like what? Okay, so anyways, I believe that Baby Kangaroos will beat up on weaker teams. Will lose to contenders this season. Fun Boys, I think they're above average. I don't think they're contenders yet, but they're there.
Interesting take on this game. You had 2 recent inductees to the Hall of Fame going up against each other, Vince Nardone and Joey Taylor. Nardone 4 for 41 and 2 TDs, and Taylor 7 receptions, 63 yards, but a big goose egg on the touchdown stat. Hence why
He's got-
one was number 1 and one was number 4.
I will say though, he clearly has better hands than Vince Nardone.
More catches,
More catches.
more reliable,
Listen, man, stats are stats. Stats don't lie.
more reliable.
Stats are like hips.
They
They
don't
don't
lie.
Jägerbaum played Wolverines.
Yeah.
Well, we won't talk about the game because it was a bit of a wash. But Jägerbaum have a new quarterback.
Yes.
This is breaking
Again?
news. No, it's official.
breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Can we get a breaking news sound? Or
Da, da, da.
bricks and moves. That works. Again, there's a sound from Hot Sauce Sports. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's a great show featuring myself, Terry Tan, Eagle.
It's a bit too loud now.
You're loud.
It works for us because we don't talk during it.
Jägerbaum have a new quarterback in Ryan Carew.
Yeah.
It's moving forward. John Brown.
Is Ryan Carew good? Question mark.
I was just going to say, who?
So, is he good, or is he gonna enable the guys from Jägerbaum to be who they are? I feel like the way
So what you're saying is if they already have drinking and drug problems, will he enable them?
probably.
The team's called Jaeger.
So, Ryan Carew has a cannon for an arm,
Yeah.
and the guys from Jägerbaum need the explosive big plays. John Brown didn't offer that to them. He wasn't that type of quarterback. They didn't kick him out, by the way. He can't play the rest of the year. He got hurt. He can't play the rest of the season. So they had to replace him. Ryan Caruth, I don't think is the best quarterback in the division, but he's a good fit for this team. And he's going to make Eric Baum more competitive moving forward.
But it's just like, so he has a good team of finessers, and for some reason, we've never figured out why they can't win.
Well, if they win with this team in the higher division, Ryan Caruth is not the issue.
Yeah. It's just, I remember the first time I saw him play, like, in an exhibition game, I was like, this guy's a Div 2 quarterback. He looks the part. Like,
so good.
His mechanics are perfect. He throws a rocket. He's tall. He's strong. He's big. Like, and then, like...
He's what?
He's big.
Oh, sorry.
And so, like...
I heard it's babe. I was like, what? Is that even a thing?
You're so weird.
That's what I'm saying.
And then, like, he just has, for example, he has a 26-35 record in FPF. Why?
What's wrong? Okay, the last game I want to talk about in 4, Les Hommes de l'Ouest beat Ebros. This
Okay.
is an absolute shocker to me.
Mm-hmm.
Ebros should be this season one of the top teams.
What did they email it in? Ebros. They email it in?
You know what Ebros mean.
Yeah. Email brothers.
Solid. Ebros played really well early in the season and then sort of fell off recently.
Did they fall off a bandwagon or a wagon?
Nope.
You've literally said fallen off 40 times.
I think they lost the last 3 games, man.
Oh my god. Say something else though.
No. And Les Hommes de l'Ouest, last 2 weeks, I said it's only a matter of time before they actually play offense. And these guys are good. Like Vincent Hamel, their snapper, is a very, very good player.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah,
this-
3 touchdowns this game.
Just
120
doesn't get
yards.
really fed. 120 yards and 3 touchdowns from snapper position is
5 catches, 120 yards.
nasty.
It means everyone missed tackles.
Well, I was gonna say Antoine Cote 11 for 24, but 223 yards and 6 touchdowns.
And a pick 6 on defense.
So these is he chucking them? Is it just bad tackles? I mean, what's going on?
It's a bit of both. Like he has a good arm. He's a good quarterback. And also these guys are fast, man.
Yeah.
These guys are...
Well, when we played them with Show Me Your TDs, I was actually surprised. I was like, "Oh, wait, hey, no, we gotta play seriously. We need
Yeah.
to pay attention because they're good. They're good athletes."
The quarterback was there. So the guy who played quarterback for them wasn't their permanent quarterback when you guys played against them.
Okay.
It was the one of the guys I like to refer as the man who eats man. Their quarterback's a D-line who is known to rip into quarterbacks.
Okay.
And then decided to play quarterback, which is kind of funny considering.
And now he's all sensitive about it and never will hit another quarterback.
I don't know.
He's ruined his life.
He ruined his own life.
Yeah. So with that being said,
I love how you brought up the game, but then just ended abruptly and expected us to know you were done.
is it time to toss it up?
So I do have a little bit of a surprise for you guys.
I'm so surprised.
I don't like surprises.
I'm so surprised.
You like surprises.
Yeah,
don't you?
I love surprises.
Mokan made his presence felt last week, but then this week, he was here.
I know. I pictured him rubbing up close to you on the dance floor.
What's a Mokan?
But then this week, he unfortunately can't make it due to other
Arrangements.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, Claude Julien is a handsomer version of Peeze.
Nope. Claude Julien looks like a uncircumcised penis.
But his attention was warranted at the
That's dope.
Canadians game, so he's not here. However, he has given
Hot sauce
us
sports though. How to lose sponsorships.
No.
he has given us a little bit of some audio delight,
Okay.
which also has
Not to
some
be
questions
confused
for
with
you.
Afternoon Delight.
No.
Or
Very
Turkish
different.
Delight.
Turkish delight's good.
What you use afternoon delight? What did Eagle use?
Turkish delight.
No,
Turkish delight.
before that.
Afternoon delight.
No, the
Audio-
one you audio delight.
Audio.
Urban Dictionary audio delight.
Audio Delight for your oral pleasure. Oral AURAL. Oral.
I got to know.
I don't know you Instapanics.
So basically, instead of writing a script, he recorded a script for you. These questions I have not heard before. I'm literally going to click
Oh my
them,
God, I hate
and we'll see what happens. So, you guys ready?
Oh, so the audience is getting raw Mokan. It's getting
Raw con.
Well,
Mokan.
he probably recorded them like 8 times to get
This
it
is
right.
just this
but-
is just the inner thoughts of Mokan.
No,
Like,
no,
he's
but
walking around his house like, you know what I think I did for pancakes.
No, it's the Mokan that writes the script that we make fun of,
Yeah.
and then he never says it.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
No,
Let's
but
toss it up.
All right, clip number 1.
Beyond game changers, which Conference B team is most vulnerable to lose their playoff spot and not qualify for postseason play?
So like Mo was a very good speaker. Why is it that he sounds like a robot in these recordings?
Also, beyond game changers, they're undefeated.
Never lost.
That's what undefeated means.
Yeah, correct.
Wit wins.
Which other teams are legit? What?
No, which teams are most likely to fall off and not make the playoffs in 4B, but game changers is 4A?
That wasn't the question.
Beyond game changers, which Conference B team is most vulnerable to lose their playoff spot and not qualify for postseason play?
Okay, so he's saying other. Okay, you have to speak Mo. Let me translate from Mo to human.
It's easier when it's on paper to understand what he means.
So he's saying game changers are a lock in Conference B.
Yes.
So of the teams in Conference B, not game changers because they're not relevant in this conversation. Who can lose their playoff? Who from these teams can fall out of the playoff bandwagon? Fall off the playoff bandwagon. Fall off the wagon of playoffs. Playoffs. Playoff wagon.
Who will not make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Out of the 11 teams, 8 makes it in, which is, kind of a high percentage. I think the baby kangaroos will not make the playoffs this season.
But okay, he's saying which ones will lose their playoff standing. So
Okay,
the team
so-
that currently qualifies.
Okay,
that
so
won't make
we're
playoffs.
not. Okay, well we're gonna do it that way then.
Fun boys to Tide. Which one of them is going to drop out?
Yes,
No, what did
No,
you
I
say?
don't think you did.
No, you didn't. You said baby
No,
kangaroos.
I was gonna say which of the 3 teams I think won't make the playoffs total, and then it's gonna sum up. But
Answer
fine.
the question he asked, though.
No, we don't do that with Mukan. I think that there's a chance Show Me TDs fall off.
No, not gonna happen. Whoa, your boycott a game-winning touchdown. It's not happening.
You
You're
say
asking
that.
me.
You're at 8 points,
Yeah,
and
with
the
7
threshold
games.
is 6 right now. So that's actually possible.
Also,
we
the
got
Tide
this.
has 2 games behind you guys. They only play 5.
Yeah, we got this.
Okay,
Look, you just said maybe kangaroos will make it. We'll play them next. So
you're fine.
Easy
You're
win.
fine. I think that Show Me TDs is one of them. And I have to go with Don't Mess
Imagine-
with Texas. Is the other one.
imagine all of that BS started by Marc Andre on the Facebook wall
I know, right?
before the season, and Show Me Your T's may not make the playoffs.
If you guys don't make the playoffs, you could just show it in his face.
yeah,
So it's kind of like a win-win for you.
yeah, I win no matter what. It was the Peeze of times. It was the Peeze of times.
So the Peeze of times, what's your pick? Give me 2. I want 2 teams. Like a yes and a maybe.
I believe the question was 1.
I believe I don't care.
So maybe all of them. And the one I think BD Bandits are in worse shape than you would think.
Okay. So that's your the one team that will fall off.
Yeah,
that
so
you
like they haven't played as well as I thought they would. And I thought they would be at the top of this division. And to have 3 losses already means that there is some vulnerability. They also have played more games. They've played 7.
Mhm.
So
No,
the
they only played 6.
No, they played last night.
Oh, it's just not recorded.
It's just not
But we
recorded.
don't know if it's a win or not,
They won the game, I believe.
which is crazy.
Wait, you were there.
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, so that doesn't help me.
Because you don't know, because they played Don't Mess with Texas.
But they play the end of the season. They do play soft serve baby kangaroos and Stoics. Like Stoics will be a tough game for them, and they can lose. They can lose these other 2 games. Like
Yes.
they're not given. So
And who's your maybe team? If you had to pick a second. I don't feel as strongly about, but
the Tide. It's, I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of Brent Calendar. True.
It's a good team. Just missing missing a big strike guy, I guess.
They did get slower.
Yeah, like it's not as dynamic an offense as we remember, basically.
All right, next one.
Toss up. Who is a more polarizing quarterback? John Brown or Mark Belvedere?
So polarizing, as in not who melts the most ice caps. Polarizing
Or magnetic.
Yeah.
Brings people together.
So what I think he means by polarizing is where some people like them and some people don't like them.
Or also that depending on who shows up that week, they're either amazing or absolutely terrible.
Okay.
Could be one of both.
Which one are we answering?
Yeah, because they're 2 different things here.
So because
Let's do both.
does he mean polarizing or bipolarizing?
I just
Because bipolarizing is the
this
thing
is
you-
all I have.
Toss up.
Toss
Who
up.
is a more polarizing quarterback? John Brown or Mark Belvedere?
That's all we have.
Either way you put it, I think I'm gonna go with Mark Belvedere.
because
I think that he's a better leader of the team. Also, he could have higher highs and lower lows, whereas John Brown is sort of always the same.
You saved yourself there.
You're like, I think
I was always
Mark
doing that.
Bellinger's polarizing because he's a good leader.
Yeah, he brings people together.
That's not. Peeze.
I know.
Who's your guy? What do you think?
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna go with John Brown. I think with John Brown, half the FPF population look at him and say you don't have a chance to them a quarterback, and half of them really believe in him as a quarterback.
Next one.
Toss up.
Toss up.
There
If
we go.
Stoics meant half a stars, who you got?
Who you got? Who you got? I like.
Who you got?
I've changed my perspective on Stoics. I thought they had too much of the same thing, but it turns out they have too much of the thing that works well with Chris Rivet. He likes possession receivers, and I like their ability to control the clock. Give me Stoics.
I got Alpha Stars. I think that Alpha Stars.
I like how you're doing that thing, the first take thing, where you take the opposite thing no matter what. It's good. Smart.
Alpha Stars.
Do you need me to be more Stephen A. Smith?
Was always based on It was always based on their defense, but their offense this season has been very, very good. Jordan Prezant is playing really well. He's able to spread the ball well. I think that Stoics, although they have a good defense, will allow more points than they're going to be able to score.
Stay off the weed.
Is this another hot take?
Toss up. Which team are you more disappointed in, Le Montagnard or Team YS?
Go ahead, Simon.
Les Montagnards by
Really?
a mile.
No.
Yeah. So Team YS, they moved up into Division 4. It's already like a stretch. Their offense, they never had a strong defense to begin with. Their offense was always good, but never really great. Moving up a division weakens your offense.
But talk about the team you're talking about. I can't believe
this
I
is
said
why
you should do your
this
show.
is why I don't take Team YS. Les Montagnards, I've been a disappointment from left to right. It's a good team. They've got the right pieces to win. They would have been a better fit in Division 5, but whatever. Division 4, their quarterback play has been terrible. Now that they've changed quarterbacks to Julien Fischer, they're competitive, and if they would have done that from the get-go, they would have had a better season. But since they did not,
I'm
0-6.
going Team YS, and you're absolutely wrong. I like Nicolas Pierre-Massé, but they need more. He's got 25 catches, and no one else on the team has double digits. I thought by now the offense would have evolved just beyond chuck it up to your good guy. It hasn't yet, and that disappoints me.
Okay.
And last one from MK for tonight on this division.
Are we tossing it up? Is it tossing up?
Maybe
Toss up.
Toss up.
Which team is more likely to go undefeated, the Infantry or Ghost?
both. I wrote in my article in my mid-season report.
I don't believe that's an answer.
Which one?
They will
There
both
i-
go 10-0.
Which one?
No, see, your
Neither.
options on this
Which
exam,
one?
Simon, or A, B. There is no A and B.
Ab.
The question was not name a thing you've never seen.
Let's hear the question again so Simon can process it.
Toss up.
Toss up.
Which team is more
Toss up.
likely to go undefeated, the Infantry or Ghost?
Which one?
Both. No, the infantry is more likely to. I think they have the weaker schedule moving forward. Although both teams have very weak schedule.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
the only reason Francois
I think-
Martin is undefeated.
I think the infantry is the more dominant of the two.
I'm inclined to agree. I like the infantry a lot. Honestly, Ghost, it just feels like a team that's going to have a bad week. And
Ghost?
yeah, for their benefit, I hope that their bad week happens in the regular season, not
Like
postseason.
in the next few weeks.
Yeah, like they're better off losing to a bad team now than in the playoffs.
Yep, that's fair.
Guys, you know what time it is?
It is
10-10.
10:11. Your phone's fine.
It's also time for Games of the Week.
Give me.
All right, we're going to start with 4B. Check out my TDs versus Ghost.
Ghost to win because check out my TDs. You guys stole a name. Maybe be more creative next time.
I said that Ghost will go undefeated, so I got to stick by my own words.
Let's go with SWAT versus Ballers.
Honestly, SWAT's playing really well. This is the division for them. I know Gino DeFazio was known as a high division quarterback before, but I think right now he's just a very, very good Division 4 quarterback. They'll get the win.
Yes.
The Infantry versus All Hooks.
So infantry gonna win? Nope. This is where they get the loss.
Oh, yeah.
So you're wrong. We're both wrong. We both are wrong with the thing we said. All Hooks, I like them. Their speed's difficult to deal with.
I would agree with you, but this season has not been the special.
I agree.
one for
I agree,
Hawks.
but it doesn't mean that they can't have like, a special
yes,
week.
I want them to.
Yeah.
Mad Bears versus Glow Gang.
I like my Bears angry. So I'm going with Mad Bears.
You like Angry Bears?
Yeah.
I think that Glogang doesn't have the speed to contain Sebastian Sabo. Although Glogang's a very
They have a
fast kid.
lot of speed.
Yeah, but they haven't faced a guy like that before.
And last one, Montreal Originals versus the Sheriff.
Honestly, I think the Sheriff are a team that beat bad teams and lose the good ones. So I think they'll lose this game.
Montreal Originals have lost against the two top. They lost in the infantry. Now they lost the A squad. If they can't beat the Sheriff, they're all hype.
I do have a surprise one for you because I realized how good this is. Lonzo Ballers versus Les Bleus Branleurs.
Blues Branlard.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm on board with this new Blues Branlard. It's not new. It's just they have all the pieces from all the seasons. It's like the best hits.
Yeah.
So give me the best hits.
No, I'm gonna go with Lonzo Ballers. I think that if it turns out to who can score 45, give me Lonnie Johnson over Adi Pilto.
Toss up. What are your final thoughts?
4A. We got to do 4A.
Toss up 4A.
Let's go with.
Oh my God! Hurry up!
I'm looking for a good game.
Choose,
that's why. The U versus Fun Boys.
I know who's gonna play for Fun Boys this week, so give me the
Yeah,
U.
Terry Tam will not win this game. Give me the
All right, let's go with Soft Serve versus BD Bandits.
U. Honestly, soft serve are better than they appear. If Joe Cano can just avoid the because honestly,
Cano.
this week Justin Blanchard just set him up to be baited over
Yeah,
and
yeah.
over again. If he can avoid Sanner and Jordan Allard doing that to him and just take what the defense gives him, they'll win this game.
But they won't because that's what Steve Sanders loves to do.
Yeah, I know.
So Justin had 2 pick sixes. Steve Sanders has 2 pick sixes.
You don't think he's better? I see. I
No.
think Steve Sanders at least 1 pick six better than Justin Blanchard.
I don't know who's that.
That's
shot
why he's not in the Hall of Fame.
The Tide versus Don't Mess with Texas. And remember, Texas is only a little bit coastal. Because of the Tide.
Well, it depends if California is going to be underwater or not. So it may be a new beach town.
I've never been more ashamed.
Yeah.
Never.
Honestly, the Tide, I think, will win this game just because, again, Texas, don't mess with Texas. They don't mess with more than 2 plays on offense. They do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's terrible. So
No,
give
they had
me
a
that.
4-play. This week,
Oh,
so
nice.
I saw it. The quarterback was running.
Very exotic.
And that's it.
All right. Final thoughts. Toss up.
Toss up. A or B? Both.
Toss up. Final thoughts.
The playoff schedule is up. Go to the schedule tab, see when the games are scheduled. You don't know when your game is, but you know when games for your division are. So plan ahead.
Plan ahead. It's always important. And in case you didn't, there's always plan B. Thank you, Simo. Thank you, Eagle. Thank you all for letting me make stupid jokes.
So do we keep this toss-up segment?
Absolutely.
For next
Absolutely. It's amazing. Also, can you toss things that aren't pizzas? What's the next most common thing to
Frisbees?
toss? Toss a frisbee. So, but are they always circle shaped? Things that you toss. No, you can toss a newspaper.
Yeah.
Because Paperboy was a sick.
Yeah,
game.
but then it's more like it's spherical or cylindrical, right?
Yeah, but it
so
was
it's,
rolled up.
it's
Toss cylindrical. Well, I guess.
right. So it's just a whole bunch of circles just stacked on top of each other.
Paperboy.
I
Was
feel like
a
it's no circles. It's just like a giant U. It's the U.